national treasure.
No doubt.
No doubt.
These names are amazing. We'll get to some Patty Mahomes news in a second, but first, highlights presented by Hilton. Get a price match guarantee when you book at Hilton.com. Bucks and Raptors, Game 5. Eric Bledsoe to Giannis in transition. With
Bledsoe with his best game of the series. Bucks got off to a great start.
And that 10-point first quarter lead needed to be an 18-point first quarter lead.
At least 14-16 there, yeah.
More Giannis, this time to the hoop. Dunks on Danny Green like he isn't even there.
This is one of the few times that Danny Green was the third guy in the wall. Typically, they have the bigger guys being Serge Ibaka, Kawhi, so he wasn't able to get to the hole like that.
But this was also not the fast break, but the secondary break before Toronto could set up their full half-court defense. That's what Milwaukee has to get out in Game 6.
More here. Pascal Siakam sending Malcolm Brogdon's layup attempt. Boom.
He wanted to make his mark on the game, Jenna. His offense has suffered. Going against Giannis, you can expect that. But on the defensive end, he was special last night. Knocks this one into the expensive seat.
He also had a great block late on Giannis.
Giannis made a great move.
100%. It wasn't a highlight block like that, but it was a huge play.
All right, to the NFL now. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs back at OTAs. Mahomes coming off his breakout MVP season last year. He is the odds-on favorite to win the award again this year. But he knows that defenses have more film on him now, and he knows this isn't the same Chiefs team. Here's what he says he learned from watching tape with head coach Andy Reid.
I learned that there's still a ton that I need to improve on. There really is. I made a lot of plays happen kind of off script this year, but there was times where I try to make those plays happen and instead of just taking the easy completion for a first down. And so I have to keep finding that line whenever I want to try to make the big play happen and when I want to just take the easy completion, move the chains, keep the offense on the field, keep rolling down the field. And that's stuff that I have to keep working on every single year, and that scheme really opened my eyes to that.
So mature, so refreshingly mature. What do you expect from Mahomes and the Chiefs this season, C?
And I always like the fact, especially with someone who's real talented, is someone that's capable of coaching them to the next level. And his relationship with Andy Reid, I believe that Andy Reid has already gone through all his bad plays during the year, all his successful plays. So Patty Mahomes is looking at it, breaking it down, saying, we look at it from a number standpoint and said, wow, he was amazing. One of the best seasons we've seen in the history of this great league. He looks at it as if, wow, I made a lot of mistakes. I got away with a lot of things. I can be a lot better in the scheduled offense. And I know in the back of his mind, he's like, I got to be better, because potentially I could be missing my best receiver in Tyreek Hill. So I'm sure he's looking forward to year number 2. And that talent, it scares you to watch more film, because one thing you realize is, oh, this is not luck. Oh, this is not just some system. This is this guy. This is what we saw with Brett Favre early in his career, and it only continued. So Patty Mahomes, I know there's some people out there, when they're marginal players, it's like, oh, now the league has a book on you. Yeah. And then they correct you, and then you become an average player. Patty Mahomes is not in that category. He's going to start off like Brett Favre did, like Marino did, and his career will be very similar as far as the numbers I expect him to compile on a regular basis.
And I know the Chiefs season ended in loss, as it did for every team but the Patriots, but people need to remember the second half of that playoff game. Patrick Mahomes down multiple scores to the New England Patriots, and the dynamic plays he made, not only to get the Chiefs the lead, 28-24, but after they relinquished the lead with 40 seconds left in the game, driving them down the field into field goal range to force overtime. He was brilliant from the first game to the final time he touched the ball, which was the drive to force the field goal, to force overtime, and just never got the ball back. Now, what do I expect from him? I think the odds are he will never have statistically a better year than last year, the rest of his career. It was one of the 3 most prolific passing years in NFL history for one of the 3 highest scoring offenses in NFL history.
And why is it?
Well, I just think it was a perfect storm of not only all the elite talent around him, but also of being on a team where you had to score that much because the defense was not helping you out at all. I don't think the 12 highest scoring teams in NFL history have one thing in common. None of them won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And so it's nice to be on that list, but you don't really want to be on that list. So to me, I believe Mahomes is going to play at a super high level. How good's Frank Clark? How good's Tyrann Mathieu? How much can they improve that Chiefs defense?
I want to bring up Tyreek Hill because that's going to be the big question mark coming into this season. How much different is his game going to be without having Tyreek Hill there? Or whether he will be there or not, we don't know yet. But how much is that going to affect Pat Mahomes?
I mean, it affects any quarterback because he's dynamic. He makes so many big plays. So if a guy makes a 40-yard reception, I don't have to worry about the offensive lineman jumping offside, getting a holding penalty. It makes it easier for the game plan because you're getting chunk yardage. Most offensive coordinators are trying to generate that. That's what you have instantly with Tyreek Hill being on the field. I'm not worried about that. We have seen our best quarterbacks in this league. They can still get it done with less. And they have other wide receivers. They also have potentially the best tight end in football. So he's got options. He's got Andy Reid. That's not my major concern. I believe Tyreek Hill will miss some time. I believe he will be suspended. My major concern is the people around Patty Mahomes. And that's the people who only way they make money is if Patty Mahomes is marketing and in commercials. Do these people keep what's in Patty Mahomes' best interest at the forefront compared to, I need you to show up at this place. I need you to show up at this place. Because, yes, last year, Andy Reid had tremendous expectations from him. But those are just expectations. Now we have seen who Patty Mahomes is, and he needs to take a page from LeBron James's book, from Deion Sanders' book, all the guys that have really been successful on and off the field. Keep the main thing, the main thing. All right, don't be trying to be a celebrity, trying to be in the movies, trying to go to sporting events and stuff like that. He had a great time this offseason. But realize, man, you're a star in Kansas City. Realize what you're doing around there. Realize eyeballs are on you, but get better on the field. And you can see with his soundbite, he's well on his way to that. I think there's a maturity about him that's beyond his years. And that part, too, is the reason why he's so special.
Such a good point. All right, take a break. Coming up, is Kevin Durant to the Knicks already a done deal? That's next on First Things First.
Hey, Jason, you got to keep the main thing the main thing. You understand?
Wise words.
Don't get screwed up.